what it is, or what's up. Got your in the cut, goddamn, what it is, or what's up.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest.
I want to test, like, you know, setting the vibe. So I turn off. So I had the bathroom light on. So let me turn that off. And I had this one on too. So now it kind of just focuses on me now, you know? Look at the lighting. Look at the lighting. And this is perfect because it looks ugly outside. It's real dark and gloomy over there. But in here, we got good lighting. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. What's up? My name is Danya. How are you? We lost the lock. We done lost the lock, y'all. And it was combined, so technically we lost two. The struggle has been real, y'all, but let's get into it. This August 2024 will make me 3 years locked. It's been an interesting journey. I've been through 3 locticians. You know, it did this, and if you know, you know, did bruh. This point, start from scratch. You know, this did not happen overnight. Like, oh my gosh. Let me fill y'all in. So let's just say I normally had like I think 6 to 7 week in between my interlocking, and I kid you not, it started thinning over time. And I remember my loctician at that time was just like, oh, you probably just putting your hair up too much. And I'm like, I barely put it up. You know me, I just got it in the middle part and I called it a day. But I noticed that it was thinning. So if you can see here, you can literally see the section where like it gets really thin right here, and this is thick. So this is when I first started. This is when it started thinning, and this is it going back to normal. The roots going back to thick and normal was me moving to Dallas and finding another loctician. Now don't get it twisted. I love my lady who started my locks. Over time, my hair started thinning, and it was because I needed to shorten the time in between my interlocking. So I had to go back down to 5 weeks instead of 6 to 7, because clearly 6 to 7 was thinning out my bro. Look at this. There's so many right here where it's just like so thin. So let me just, so if you just see this one in the front, look at that. Look at my locks. At this point, I might as well just cut it all off. But as you can see in the roots, they have thickened up and they're back to how it normally was. But you can see the small little spacing, the gaps right here where it thinned out. So this is to say we are going back to normal. But from that time span, I literally had to combine 2 locks in order to save them. But they finally gave up on me, y'all. And actually, let me take that back. I recently had my interlock, I think last Friday. First of all, I don't know if y'all noticed, if you look back at my videos, my scalp has never been this like fresh. My new loctician out here in Dallas, Richardson in Dallas, listen, my scalp, you see everything. Like, she grabs all the hair. There's no flyaways. So before, I kid you not, my scalp would be, you could hardly see it, and it wasn't like a clean grid. And she literally was just like, yo, I'm taking a little longer than expected, because she had to literally fix my grid and make it make sense. So now you could literally see my whole scalp. So this is fresh. I got this done on Friday, and today is currently Tuesday. But while she was doing my hair, she saw the lock and she's like, sis, should we just let this go? Man, we gotta let shorty go. So here she is. Here she is, y'all. Oh, this is getting real ghetto now. Oh my God. I was so shocked. I was just like, oh my goodness. But as you can see here, the root, this is how it's supposed to be. This is literally how it's supposed to be coming out of my scalp with the growth. And it started thinning over time. Mind you, this, you can see it's a little bigger too, because back when we noticed the thinning, my first loctician, we just combined 2 locks into 1, because those 2 were these 2. And I tied up front like this, and then this knot was making it hard to loop in. These knots were making it hard to loop. So shorty was just like, we gotta cut these and let these go. yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. And the other thing that sucks is I have another one. Oh, they're all in the front of my head. Mind you, when I had perm and when I had my natural hair, the front of my hair was always like this. Very thin, very fragile, very weak. Just somebody come here and just cut it off for me because I'm scared. Because it's right in the front. Come on. I want to show you on the back. Just to show you. I mean, listen, I'm getting growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a really cool journey. But that frame period, that little period of time where it was thinning, I was getting so scared. And so I'm glad that the roots are coming back to normal. But, you know, they're getting weak in those middle spots. I'm so annoyed. But this is how it is in the back. It's really thick and full. I just wish the front of my hair was like the back, because the back is perfectly fine. Nothing has thinned out. They're still the same all around, but the front, if you were to look up close, it just thins everywhere. At this point, I'm about to lose another 2 if I don't figure something out with this. My mom was actually able to salvage this one. I think she like crocheted it together. She crocheted it and then it's kind of coming loose. And so I think I might cut this off and then have her put it back together when she gets back. Isn't it? Oh, I was not expecting this in my journey. Not expecting this at all. But have y'all noticed a lot of people have been cutting their locks off? It's like, was this a trend or you just had a random lifestyle change? Because left and right people are cutting their locks off. And listen, do you. But the craziest part, a lot of them are creators, and I've seen people in their comments like, hey, this is why I followed you. I'm gonna have to respectfully unfollow. And it's just like, that's a little weird. And this is also showing why as a creator, you do need more than one niche. Like, don't make your entire profile about your hair, because once you might decide to make some kind of change, cut it off, get an afro, get locks, and they might not like that and you change, your whole audience is gone. So share other aspects of your life for sure. I've always been a lock girly. Like, this was literally my calling. I have been wanting this my entire life. I'm about to pop some vitamin D. Re-up on your vitamins, especially if you're black. Get you some D3, alright? Because we need it, especially during the winter time. Baby's hands. Still been struggling with figuring out different styles, and this new loctician, when I tell you my scalp is showing, but it's not tight either. Like, she just grabs everything. Like, she just makes sure that, listen, you need a new retie, say no more. But your girl wants to dye her hair this year. I want to dye it and I want to cut it, because I've always loved that short look I had with my locks. I feel like my hair is still short, but it's getting to the point where I'm just like, you need to relax. Like, I know I said you can grow, but this is a limit for me. Because I just missed when it was like up to here, kind of just floating, you know? I have been dying to dye my hair back to this auburn color that I had. I had this really cool auburn color back when I was in like maybe my sophomore year of college. And it was really nice, but a little darker, like a brownish, reddish color. I don't know, yo, I just want something new. I want something new for my hair, but I do want to take it slow because, of course, I will be 5 months postpartum with Elijah, and postpartum hair loss is real. It happened with Abby, and it was so bad that I just went to the barbershop and came back home bald. I cut it all off. Not all of it, but I cut a good amount off. And Tom was just like, all right. Now that's one thing about being with a black woman. You don't find yourself with a whole different new person like hours later. Like, she gonna leave the house looking one way, coming back home looking looking completely different. But I'm hoping that I don't get any postpartum hair loss now. I mean, it so far hasn't been too bad, but yeah, my hair has been going through the ringer. Look at that. And you can see my hair has been thick from jump. That's why my hair has been thick from jump. That's why I knew that something was off. So we literally had to go back to a 5-week mark. The last retie I just had on Friday, this was like a 5-week on the dot, and we was just like, I didn't say anything, but on the way to the hair appointment, I was just like, I didn't get that much new growth. And I'm wondering if I actually need to come in. And while doing my hair, she's like, hey, do you think we might need to push it to 6 weeks? Because I barely got new growth. It's either I had no new growth or shorty really tightened it up where I was good for a minute. Yeah, like, do you see my scalp? Do you see my scalp? Just know she does what she needs to do. Tests out 5.5, 6 weeks. But for me, 7, 8, I'm gonna be bald. My locks will be falling left and right at 7 to 8 weeks. Not doing it again. You mean to tell me this was my destiny in 2024? I'm absolutely obsessed and in love with the sides of my hair. And this is literally how long my hair is on the whole head. This is how it's supposed to be. This is just, I don't even know why I'm sharing this with y'all. At this point, these 4 little stragglers, like they're long, but they're kind of going a little faster than the others. So I just kind of want to make sense of it all. And I seen this other creator where she really trimmed her hair and it made her locks look fuller because of that. Because you know with locks, we just kind of just let them hang and let them do what they gotta do. But there's a lot of locks that just don't belong. Like, it just needs a cute little cut, a little dusting, you know? So I just wanna do that with you. I was like, I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna cut some of the ends. As you can see here, cut like these 2, and then see where we go from there. August makes it 3 years, and I wouldn't change it for a thing, but one thing for sure, keep tabs on what your hair is trying to tell you, okay? If it's starting to thin, shorten the time between your interlock sessions. 5 to 6 weeks, I think that's a sweet spot. My lock update, y'all. But we will see y'all next week. Oh, and he turns 5 months on the 25th. Oh, this is a cute little 5-month update for him too. This is how life is going with him, okay? 2 different socks. Barely diaper full, busy, trying to shoot content, but this one's always on my hip, always with me. But we love you guys, toots.